Hello, my name is Crystal Petrie, grant writer and host of the Crystal Petrie podcast. I am going to show you and talk to you about one of my favorite things for this year of 2025. I just started, well, not just started, like at the beginning of the year, baking homemade bread. Now, I've never ever done it before, but I figured why not give it a try? So I gave it a try. The first one came out pretty good. I'm going to say it came out pretty good. So I kept trying and I'm like, I'm going to make it better and better. And I feel like I've made it better and better. Now, I am no baker. I did not go to school for this. I am no chef. I am not trained and educated on making homemade bread, but it is absolutely one of my favorite things to do when I have time, because it does take a lot of time. But I figured I would show you how I make homemade bread, and then maybe when or if you have the time, you can join me in this endeavor to make homemade bread. So here we go. I don't have like a hairnet, so I just put on my cap, and it's also one of my favorite things. So here we go. Now, the next step is in my mixing bowl, I have warm water, warm milk, sugar, and I have yeast. So now that I have that in there, it's time to whisk. I have let it sit for 5 minutes. Now I have added salt in here, room temperature butter in here, and a cup of bread flour. And then I'm going to mix it for about 30 seconds. My dough is in olive oil, and then you want to kind of mix it around, get the olive oil all over your dough. Kind of pat that in there, mix it. And then we're going to cover it and let it sit for 2 hours. It's time for the big reveal. It's been sitting covered for 2 hours. So let's see what we have here. Wow, look at that. Okay, so this is one of my favorite parts, when I get to punch the dough down and release the gases in the air that has accumulated from it sitting for 2 hours. 1, 2, 3. Next thing, after I rolled it out, I rolled it into like this log shape, if you will, or like sandwich bread shape. And I have it in my container. This is a 9.5 inch container. I'm gonna put a towel over it and let it sit and rise for 1 hour. And the final product, homemade bread. You can make a sandwich with it. You can make toast with it. You can do peanut butter and jelly with it. You can eat it regular. And you know every ingredient that went into your homemade bread. And that's the end. I have walked you through how I make my homemade bread. It is one of my favorite things that I just discovered I love doing this year. I decided I would give it a try at the beginning of this year. It turned out okay, but it really sparked something in me and made me want to continue trying to make homemade bread, continue making homemade bread, and it's something that I love, and it's one of my absolute favorite things. Let me know, have you tried to make homemade bread? How did it turn out? Are you gonna try it again? Let me know. Bye.